Coming to A&M, were you familiar with all the traditions of muster?
Yes, before I came to A&M, I was somewhat familiar, just like a lot of people who've never been to A&M. You think you kind of know what's going on, but until you're really a part of the university and a part of the student body, you actually understand what that is. So I think people are aware outside of it, but don't understand exactly what muster is all about.
What does muster mean to you personally?
You know, I think what it is a celebration and a remembrance at the same time, because of our current student body, and recognizing what a great campus and a great opportunity we have here at Texas A&M, but also a recognition of those who are not with us, and an appreciation for those who once you're an Aggie, you're always an Aggie, and a recognition and a remembrance of those who are not with us in body anymore, but still with us in spirit.
What do you like most about the muster tradition in its entirety?
I think the muster tradition says a lot and embodies what Texas A&M is all about. As I said before, our current students have a celebration of what they have and where they are in life, and a recognition of former students or students who are just not with us anymore. But as I said, once an Aggie, always an Aggie, and there's probably not another university in the country that sets aside a time like this where the recognition for students anybody who was an Aggie is still an Aggie, whether they're here with us or not with us in body, and that speaks to the whole Aggie spirit, just in general.
How has the passing of polio affected the team's camaraderie this past season?
You know, I think that when you look back, anytime there's a tragic death, any death is tragic, but when it happens to young people, and particularly in a team setting, first it affects the family, and then our team situation is a lot like a family, and because of that, you know, it's hard to describe the effect that it had, particularly early in the season. I think it really hit everybody when you get to the team room and there's nobody sitting in that seat. And that was really an emotional moment for our players every week to recognize that he was still with us, much like Muster, and will always be with us. For them to wear his jersey every week and a different person wear it, I think that tells you the kind of camaraderie and just the kind of team atmosphere that we have, and the appreciation that we have for him as a not just as a player, but as a person. And just like I said, you know, the muster, I think, is a tradition that really brings about that kind of emotion, that kind of tradition, that kind of compassion for a player who's not with us, as I said, in body, but is still with us in spirit, and always will be.
Thank you. As head coach, how can you contribute to Texas A&M's traditions?
You know, I think, you know, as the head football coach, football is such a big part of the traditions at Texas A&M, whether it's Midnight Yell, whether it's the March In on Saturday, whether it's the Aggie War Hymn. It's just very symbolic, and so the best thing I can do is keep things exciting and try to keep us on a winning track, because we got a lot of energy. I think we've embraced our traditions. We've changed the uniforms up a little bit, but even with that, I think it's a reflection of the past, and I think you're going to see a little bit more of that in what we try to do from a schematic standpoint with our uniforms, but also recognizing who we are as Texas A&M, and with a proud tradition unlike any other place in the country.
And speaking at last year's barbecue, what was that experience like, being a part of the camaraderie and celebration aspect of muster?
Well, you know, there's really two sides to it, and you know, the luncheon aspect is a completely different understanding, a completely different situation than obviously the evening. as you said, the luncheon is more of a celebration of what's going on, the people who are currently on campus, people returning to campus, and then a lot less solemn than the ceremony later that evening. So, for me to go out there in the afternoon and kind of fire the crowd up, it's kind of what I do anyway. So, it was a great experience for me, and hopefully we had a good, the people who were there, because we had a great, I thought, collection of current students and former students who really, I thought, were having a good time and really enjoying one another's company.